Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, what we're going to be doing a series of tests on this bike. We're going to be testing out the battery charging time more so than anything else. So the plan, we're going to run down here, and I don't know, this is going to be about a 4-mile trip, and we're going to do a comparison video of how long it's going to take you to get your battery charged back up. Where to me this is important is this bike being advertised as a good hunting bike. A lot of your places that you're going to go hunt is going to be off grid, or at least that's the case where I hunt at. But for us specifically that like camping just as much as we do hunting, and or maybe you're going to be camping at some primitive campgrounds, it'll kind of give you an idea how much time it's going to take using your generator, which could get noisy. I'll check back in with you here in a little bit. We're going to do several trips. We're going to run out and back roughly a 4-mile trip, put the battery on the charger, and then I'm going to fully load this bike down like I was hunting. We'll do the same thing a couple of times, get us a good average of how long you can expect your generator to be running back to camp to get you charged back up. Just for specs purposes, I'm 6 foot. Let's just say I weigh 220. I've got right at 18 pounds of air pressure in both the front and rear tires. And this is just basically the bike with the rear bag that has miscellaneous tools. You guys have seen the pannier bags. Got a couple of tarps in them. So between the front basket, the rear rack, and panniers, maybe add another 15 pounds for that, because there ain't much in it. But that'll give you a pretty good idea if you're trying to kind of evaluate for your size and body weight. And the majority of this road is going to be just like what we're on, relatively flat with junk to go around. I'm not riding through the mud if I don't have to. And these little rough spots, we go around them. And then also the bike, I'm in gear 1, pass 1, the pedal assist mode 1. And we'll be running roughly 8 to 11 mile an hour there and back. All right, so that we can keep this consistent, this is the last leg where I'm going to turn around. We're going to go up this hill and we're going to use throttle all the way up to the top of this hill along with pedal assist. And here's where we're turning around. All right, this is officially the loaded down version. I'll briefly I'll stop up here and kind of show you what we got so you can have a really good idea weight-wise what I've got put on this bike. This bike does have a 400-pound weight capacity. So we shouldn't be more than 350, probably max, would be my guess. I doubt we're that heavy, but we're in gear 1 past 1. We're still going to be averaging that 9, 10, 11 mile an hour. And then when we get up to the base of that hill, we'll throttle up and see if this thing will pull us up without pedaling, or how much pedaling we got to do to get it up. All right, so going over the bike real quick. Told you guys in a previous video that this bike bag that's normally on the rear ain't going to work when you get ready to go pack it for hunting. So I moved it up front. I do need to readjust this, because if you'll notice, I'm running out of clearance up here. I can barely steer and get the job done, but that's not going to be super safe to ride with. So we got a bow up front. That's our regular tool bag from the back. It's up here. We do need a different bag that would actually fit up here and fit so everything's shoved down further to give us the clearance. With that, these are riser handlebars. These are not the stock handlebars. That gives us an additional about 3 inches of rise over what your stock would be. And as you can see with that bag and the bow, that's not enough rise. So we need this down another inch or 2, so that way when we got our quiver up here, we've still got plenty of clearance. On the back here, this is my normal hunting bag that I always take out in the field with me. It's got platform. I'm only running 2 sticks typically where I hunt at, especially in early season. The trees are so thick that you get much more than 2 sticks up in the air around that 10, 12 foot mark. You can't see through all the limbs because they're still leafed out. So I'm only running 2 sticks. You may have to vary yours plus or minus a little bit. I've got a water bottle right here that is full of water, and then ordinarily I've got an extra water bottle in there in that big back. I did take my ring of steps out of this bag and put them inside just so that they're not vibrating loose. But I've got your typical stuff that you'd have in a hunting bag. You got the hunting jacket is in here. It is hot outside, and a leafy suit in here. And then I've showed you guys what's in these bags. There's not a whole lot in them other than tarps because the bike's not waterproof. And then last but not least, this is what I'm wearing. That's what I'm wearing. This has got all of my saddle junk in it. Everything that you'd need, your saddle, the ropes, the whole shebang. And this is my saddle go bag kit that I always leave everything in here. It's got your knee pads. It's got everything that you're going to need to go saddle hunting. And it always stays in here on purpose. But I'm wearing that because, as you can see, we're running out of room to tie stuff on. Now, I've given this bike about the most honest review I could on everything, and so far, power-wise, it's got plenty of power. This is how the bike's loaded down, so that way you get a better idea of what we've got going on. Weight-wise, let's get up to the top of the hill. We'll get back, and you can kind of use this video as a simulation of, hey, we ran up, left all of the majority of our junk in the tree stand and all that stuff set up in the tree, made a trip back, went back for an evening hunt, and then pulled everything and came back to camp. To get this bike loaded down, you really need to pick your lines nicely. All right, here's the moment of truth. This is the big hill. Will this bike go up it? Rear wheel drive only. Loaded down like he's going out in the field to hunt. We need to be building our speed right now before we get to that hill, and it's difficult to do that because the bike's loaded down so heavy, but here we go. I'm pretty impressed with the power of this thing, guys. I'm pedaling. I'm not pushing hard. I'm not pushing hard at all, and we're still holding 10 mile an hour. We do have the throttle peg, but it's not going to carry you up that any faster than 10 or 12 mile an hour, and you don't want to go faster than that. We made it up the hill, guys. I'm impressed, truly impressed. I did not think it was going to do it, but it did. And that's going to help me in a future video with some decisions about this bike. We'll go ahead and video this, because we've talked about it several times on the brakes, these Tektro brakes, and how's the bike going to handle going down a steeper hill loaded down with all your hunting gear. And this will give you a good idea. And like I've said in previous videos, I felt like these brakes are going to do okay. You still need to treat it like a hill, and to keep from having a runaway, I would keep my speed down slow. If you guys haven't been working on your slow balance and practice drills, you probably need to do that, because you're not going to want to get this bike loaded down and have a runaway down a hill like that, or you're going to end up with a lot more than a broken fork or broken frame. Probably going to have a broken bow and ribs. But the brakes did okay. That hill's not super long, but it is pretty steep, and it would be typical of where I'll be hunting out of state, so you guys can use that as your best judgment on how steep that hill is. That's going to wrap it up for this video. If you guys like this kind of stuff, give us a big thumbs up. I'm trying to give you guys some videos that are more closely related to an actual hunting scenario, using a bike that you could buy offline, an e-bike, to assist you to get out and hunt in the field, maybe make your life easier or better. Let's do some real world tests and see how the thing really handles in the field, loaded down like you're going hunting, because everything changes when you start adding weight to the front and back. If you like this video, give us a big thumbs up. We appreciate your likes, comments, and subscribes. May you all have a blessed week, and let's get outside and make something happen.